All right, welcome to my screencast for Module 2, Lesson 1, Modeling with Expressions. Again, this is a general math skill that we have already started to develop even before you came to algebra, but we're going to continue this. This is kind of one of those skills, it's kind of like riding a bike. It takes you a while to be good at it, but once you master it, you've kind of got it for life. There are a lot of things in math in general that just kind of take a knack to develop over time, but the more you do it, the better you're going to get. And dealing with expressions and understanding what words mean as far as mathematical expressions is one of the key skills that you're going to need to develop. All right. An expression, I think we've already touched on this a while back, but an expression is a mathematical phrase that contains operations, meaning addition, subtraction, that kind of thing, numbers and or variables. Okay. We've also talked about terms. Terms are the things that are being added, and I've put it in even more general terms. Terms are separated by plus sign, minus sign, and equal sign. Okay. Coefficient is the numerical factor of a variable term. So basically it's the number in front of a variable. It says they're both numerical expressions and algebraic expressions. A numerical expression contains only numbers. An algebraic expression contains at least one variable. Okay? All right. To identify the terms, here's what we've got. And we've got 1, 2, 3 terms. 8p, 2q, 7r. Those all happen to be positive. Coefficients are 8 in front of the p, 2 in front of the q, and 7 in front of the r. Terms and coefficients again. 18, a minus 2x, and a minus 4y. So since the expression involves subtraction rather than addition, we're going to rewrite the expression as the sum of the terms. So 18 plus, and here's what they want you to do, plus a negative 2x plus a negative 4y. Okay? All right, so your expressions are 18, negative 2x, negative 4y. Coefficients are negative 2 in front of the x and negative 4 in front of the y. All right, let's go to C. All right, again, you're identifying terms and coefficients. You've got 4 terms. 2x, positive 2x, positive 3y, negative 4z, and positive 10. Since the expression involves both subtraction and addition, I just have to abbreviate that, rewrite the expression as the sum of the terms. We're going to have to write little. Plus 3y plus negative 4z plus 10. So the terms of the expression are, small writing, 2x, 3y, negative 4z, and positive 10, or just 10. Coefficients, you've got a 2 in front of the x, a 3 in front of the y, and a negative 4 in front of the z. Okay, tickets to an amusement park are $60 for adults and $30 for children. If A is the number of adults and C is the number of children, then the cost for A adults and C children is 60A plus 30C. So what are the terms of the expression? Well, so this whole thing is the expression. Okay. Terms of the expression, you have a 60A and 30C, and they're both positive. Factors of 60A, well, that's just the two things that make up the term, 60 and A. factors of 30C. That's 30 and C. So it's a coefficient and a variable, a coefficient and a variable. Coefficients of the expression are 60 in front of the A and 30 in front of the C. All right, so it says to interpret the meaning of the two terms in the expression. Well, the term 60A is the cost for adults, and the term 30C is the cost for children. All right, so hopefully you're starting to understand how to take words and write an expression, or take an expression and figure out what words go with them. The price of a case of juice is $15. Fred has a coupon for 20 cents off each bottle in the case. The expression to find the final cost of the case of juice is 15 minus 0.2b, where b is the number of bottles. What are the terms of this expression? Well, you have two terms. Remember that your terms are separated by plus sign, minus sign, or equal sign. You have 15, and your other term is negative 0.2b. Okay, Jay asks, what are the factors of each term? Well, 15 is the only factor of the first term. And 0.2, negative 0.2, and b are the factors for the second term. Do both terms have coefficients? Please explain. Well, no, they don't. They don't both have coefficients. 15 is just a straight out number. There's no variable. So there is no variable part on 15, so it's not a coefficient. So just give you guys a chance to write that down. 15 is not a coefficient. Why is 15 not a coefficient? Because there's no variable with it. There is a coefficient on the b, and that's negative 0.2. What does the expression 15 minus 0.2b mean in the given situation? Well, it means that if Fred has a coupon, 20 cents is going to be subtracted from the price of every bottle in the case. If Fred doesn't have a coupon, then the cost of the case is $15. Okay? And y'all can write that down. Just a little summary of what I said. All right, look at number 1 under reflect. And this is a common mistake that I see people making. Sally identified the terms of the expression 9a plus 4b minus 18. She identified the terms as 9a, 4b, and 18. Her error is that she said 18 without putting a negative, because really it's 9a, 4b, and negative 18. What I usually tell students is you just take the sign that's in front of it, and that's the sign on that term. If there is no sign like here, then we assume that it's positive. Okay? What is the coefficient of b in the expression b plus 10? Well, the coefficient is going to be 1, because we're not going to write b if there are no b's. Okay? So we don't put a 1 in front of the b. The 1 is understood to be there. It's understood that there is one of the b's. Okay? Okay, we're going to start kind of using some of these skills that we're developing about terms and expressions so that we can start solving problems. Example 1, A, they pretty much walk you through this whole thing, so I'm just going to let you guys read that one, but we're going to do B and kind of go through that one together. It says that Jill is buying inkjet paper and laser paper for her business. She buys 8 more packages of inkjet paper than P packages of laserjet paper. So I'm going to stop right there before I go on, and I'm going to mentally write down what I just read. Okay, so when I read it carefully, P represents the number of packages of laserjet paper. So I'm just going to say P is equal to laserjet paper. And then it also says that she buys 8 more packages of inkjet paper than she bought of laser paper. So the inkjet paper is the number of packages of laser plus 8, because she's got 8 more inkjet packages than she does laser packages. Okay, so I'm not sure that it's going to ask you this, but I want to stop here also and just say, you know what? If I needed to know the total number of packages that Jill bought, it would be P, because that's the number of LaserJet packages, plus P plus 8, because that is the total number of inkjet packages. Okay? And then if I was trying to find total cost, I would take, here's my number of laser packages, and I would multiply that by how much each package costs. That's $8. And then I look at the inkjet packages, and I notice that the inkjet packages cost $6.95 a piece, and so I would multiply that by $6.95. And that's actually where they get that expression down here. What does the expression 8p plus 6.95p plus 8 represent? Okay, so 8 is the cost of the laser package. P is the number of LaserJet packages you bought. Add that to the cost per package for inkjet, which is $6.95, times whatever the number of inkjet packages is. And remember, that's however many LaserJet packages we had plus 8. Okay? And we have to write it this way because we really want to only talk in terms of one variable, P. Okay? So term 8P represents the cost of the packages of LaserJet paper, and the coefficient is the cost per package, which is $8. Interpret the meaning of the second expression, 6.95p plus 8. What are the factors 6.90? Okay, so 6.95 again is the cost per package, and the number of packages of inkjet paper is the P plus 8. Okay, so I wrote it down here, but the blanks I think are actually on the top of the next page. So 695 times P plus 8 represents the cost of however many packages of inkjet paper. 695 represents the cost of one package. P plus 8 represents the number of packages that Jill bought. So interpret the whole thing. The expression represents the total cost of packages of inkjet and laser paper that Jill bought. So it represents the total cost when she bought all of it. All right, so looking on, these are a couple we'll just go over, and you can write down based on what we talk about. George is buying watermelons and pineapples to make a fruit salad. He buys W watermelons at $4.49 each and P pineapples at $5 each. What does the expression 449W plus 5P represent? Well, it shouldn't take too much figuring, hopefully, to know that that expression represents the total cost of the watermelons and pineapples together that he bought. Sandy buys 5 fewer packages of pencils than packages of pens. Pencils cost $2.25 per package and pens cost $3 per package. So they wrote the expression for you, 3P plus 225P minus 5. And what does that expression represent? Well, the expression represents the total cost of pens and pencils that Sandy buys. And again, one of the things that you have to kind of develop a knack for is reading through what it's saying in words to come up with the proper expression in terms of an algebraic expression. Okay? That's kind of like, I don't know, golfing or any other skill that's difficult. You get a little bit better at it the more you do it.